Yes.
Yes. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to LRTN Live. I'm your host, McGarris Jackson, and I'm here with the beautiful, the lovely
Fuchsia Shide. And we're here in Wilmington, Delaware at Fusion Spice, a Liberian-owned bar and grill.
So tonight we are here at the election viewing party of the beautiful and the wonderful Miss AJAVON, who is running for Clerk of Peace in Newcastle County, Delaware. Follow us as we go inside and get the votes.
Let's take a look inside.
I am the co-founder and executive director of the Multicultural Community Family Services. I have had the opportunity to work with the Liberian Radio and Television Network, known in the community as Lrtn, for a little over 2 years now. And I have to say, it really has been a wonderful opportunity for us as an organization and a wonderful opportunity to build relationships with Lrtn. Lrtn is a local radio television network within the greater Philadelphia area, and they provide access to so many things that are happening not only in the Liberian community but throughout the African and Caribbean community. Their access allows many here and abroad to be in the know of events taking place throughout our area. And so I want to say very proudly that I am personally a supporter as well as my organization. And I want to encourage everyone throughout the diaspora here and abroad to be a supporter of Lrtn, to support an organization that is rooted in transparency and is rooted in accountability and is rooted in ensuring that we get access to events and news and activities taking place in our community at the time those things are occurring. So please, make sure that you tell others about Lrtn, tell your friends, tell your business associates, tell organizations that you affiliate with that Lrtn is a viable, a strong media outlet, media organization, and must be supported. It is run by African immigrants, predominantly people of Liberian ancestry, and it is important that we support it, not because of the validity of its news and all of the wonderful things, but because Lrtn is one of us, comes from our community. I am a Liberian proudly, and again, it gives me no greater joy than to support this noble organization, and I certainly hope that you would join me.
Back with RNTN. So welcome.
and welcome back to LRTN Live. Again, we are your co-host, McGarris Jackson.
And your girl, Fuchsia Shide.
Right now, we are at Fusion Spice Bar and Grill Restaurant, owned by Liberian entrepreneur Monty Tito.
and we're awaiting the results for AJAVON. As you can see, everyone is here in support of her, rooting for her success.
So right now, we are waiting for the votes to come in, and to our recollection right now, the race is pretty close. So it could go either way, but we're rooting for Aja.
And this is just a wonderful event because we get to see our very own. By the way, she is Liberian, so we get to see our very own, come out into the community, as a official and really come up. It's just something to motivate any young Liberian. So this event is really important for us to broadcast, and we're so happy that Lrtn could broadcast it.
For those who went and voted for Aja in Newcastle, Newcastle County of Delaware, thank you. And just to urge you guys that we do have an election coming up this November, so please make sure that you're registered and ready to vote.
Floyd. Every day I pray for love to come my way, and I got you today, and it's like my whole life is great. Girl, I never thought I'd fall like this. I always thought I'd be a playboy. I never thought I'd treat a girl real. Yeah. I never thought you'd steal my heart. I never thought you'd play the part. I never thought you'd be my wife. That's why I be the pepe. I be the pepe. I be the pepe. And you be my pepe. Oh, you be my pepe. Oh, you be my pepe. True love, real love. Fight our play, but na true love. Angel, she's an angel. Fight our sakao, see me trying to use her. She came and she changed me, showed me romance, and she told me she loved me, told me she loved me. Full of compassion, she's my companion. I told her I love her, told her I love her. Girl, I never thought I'd fall like this. I always thought I'd be a playboy. I never thought I'd treat a girl real. Yeah. I never thought you'd steal my heart. I never thought you'd play the part. I never thought you'd be my wife. That's why I be the pepe.
And we're back. So far, this event has been wonderful. From the moment that we were greeted in, we were offered drinks, food. That was a really, I felt so professional coming here because, food, drinks, it's anything to make anyone feel special.
And it's not every day that we as Liberians get to come to a restaurant that is owned by a Liberian entrepreneur who was actually was a pioneer in the city nightlife scene.
And we just learned so much about the owner here. His name, he's just an amazing man, and everything that we learned about him, how he started this business, where he became. We just can't wait until he's here so you guys can see and you guys can interview him. He's on his way, so definitely stay tuned. Make sure you're sharing this. Share.
Like, follow, subscribe, Lrtn, because we are here, there, and we are everywhere.
So Miguel, what did you think about the event? How has it been going for you so far, being a guest at this event here for AJAVON?
Well, I had the honors of actually interviewing Miss AJAVON not too long ago.
Okay.
One of the most prominent procedures ever. Prominent interviews ever, I'm sorry. It's very enlightening to see one of your own being able to step into a position of power.
Yeah.
Not only to make a change for her community, but to also, in retrospect to things, make a bigger step for Liberian community to put us in power in some sense, in some shape or some form. So it was beautiful to actually get to meet her, talk to her, and interview her and see what her campaign is actually about.
And I could say for me, being a young woman, to see another, woman running for in a position of power like this, it motivates you, makes you feel like, hey, she can do this, I can do this as well. She's no different from me. She's my color. She's from a country where my family descended from. So it just makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel like, wow, someone is doing this, I can do it as well. And it makes you feel more proud to be a Liberian, you know, a Liberian American. And I just really am rooting for AJAVON today because I want to see her success. I want to see her win. I want to see her in power.
Not to mention, AJAVON also have, I wouldn't say a plethora, but a number of different occupations. One of the things that we did get a chance to discuss is her work with women in Liberia who deal with domestic violence. So that was really cool to honestly meet someone that is going into the field and working with our people, with our community at large. So I was wondering.
And as we know, this domestic violence and and also sexual abuse is a really big thing right now that we're trying to get help for. We're trying to get aid for in Liberia. So to have someone of that stature, have someone of that power like AJAVON running for campaign, it makes it even more worthwhile to just be here sitting with her, to be here at her event, rooting for her to take a position in the United States, a Liberian that immigrated from Liberia. It's just a wonderful event.
So now, as we wait for the views to come in and for the counts of the votes to come in, please do us a favor, stay tight as we go to a commercial break.
Hi everyone, this is AJAVON. I came today to Lrtn Studios in Philadelphia, and I'm very impressed with the studio, impressed with the workers here. I am so impressed. I'm on this video to encourage you in TV land, wherever you are, on your Instagram, on Facebook. Support small businesses. I am a small business owner, and I know all too well what small businesses do in the community. Lrtn is bringing news to you live of all what's going on in the Liberian community. So if you want to support them, and I encourage you to support them, please go on their Cash App. It is $Lrtn and donate. You will not regret it. You will get messages and information about the Liberian community in the United States, in the diaspora, and also in Liberia. I am impressed with the leadership and the ownership of Lrtn and the studios. Thank you. AJAVON.
tuneslibeer.com.
Yeah, I'm on set ready. Blessings on blessings, you call me blessings. These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. The papi bless me, so I'm here to party. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, that fraud, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a yellow zombie. I got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie. Sanko, me, I want to wear like Paco. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. I said nobody, I want party. I want you to go down low. I want you to find it slow. Mama, you rock the show. I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, sit down, I'm gonna check it. See, I see no time for cheche. Man, I want you to dance like you ready, don't care. And do the dance for the zombie style. It's me and you, mama, no more stress. I want to dance, I feel myself. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, that fraud, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a yellow zombie. Got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie.
When Uncle D show face, all the children want a photo.
Yeah,
That do or die when they shake come around. You know, Unamu bless me, the papa bless me. Yes, why bless me? You cannot stop me.
Hi everyone, my name is AJAVON. I am running for Newcastle County Clerk of the Peace in Newcastle, Delaware. The Clerk of the Peace basically marries people within Newcastle County, issue name change kits, and also issue marriage licenses and marriage certificate. We can renew vows and do marriage ceremonies. Another thing that the clerk does, and which I want to really incorporate, is to really be involved in the community. Now, a little bit about myself. I am a Liberian American. I've been in this country for almost 40 years. I have companies in the United States and in Liberia. Currently in the United States, I am a consultant. I have a consultant practice, and I also am a founder of a nonprofit called Every Man Counts, Better Dads, Better Lives. Every Man Counts focuses on fathers who are coming out of prison to navigate the family court system, make sure that they can build these bonding exercises, and also build relationships with their children and their children's mother. Every Man Count helps them build sustainable income, housing, and entrepreneurship opportunities. So what I do in Liberia, I have a company in Liberia, and what we do is we have talks about domestic violence, conflict resolution, and when I do those talks, I do it in 4 different countries: Liberia, Ghana, Togo, and Benin. So again, my name is AJAVON, and everybody calls me Aja. I am running for Newcastle County Clerk of the Peace, and when I win, I will be the first person of color ever to run for this seat and win, and the first Liberian American to be elected to a position in Delaware. Don't forget, September 15th is the election. I am running for Newcastle County Clerk of the Peace. I hope I can count on your support. Thank you.
Costa, Liberia radio talk show host and political commentator. As I follow Liberia radio and television network, amazing guys here in the US to do great stuff. You can also promote your goods and services, your businesses with them. Thank you very much. Click and follow Lrtn. Thank you.
And we are back. Welcome to LRTN Live with your host, McGarris Jackson.
And your co-host, Fisha Shade.
And we are here with Miss Jennifer, the coordinator and managing fundraiser, or fundraiser manager for Miss AJAVON. How are you today?
I'm well. I am actually her fundraising coordinator and have been for the last year. So we have been putting together events to raise funds. We had a walk, and we've had social events.
So how has the coordinating process been for you?
At times it can be challenging, because you're expecting people to come out, and they don't show. So that might be the challenge, when you're expecting a certain amount of people, because you have your goals, your goal of setting, whether it's $3,000, $5,000, you have your goal, and you may not get to that goal. So that's the challenging part of being a fundraising coordinator.
Yes, definitely can understand how reaching that target mark can definitely be troubling or challenging. Is what I would like to say.
So you know AJAVON because you've been working with her over a year, as you said. So could you just let us know a little bit about her and what has her campaign been doing in the community?
Well, I know her personally. She's a very good friend. She does work in the community in terms of she has a program with fathers and sons where they go fishing. She has a program, Fathers and Daughters, a tea party. Yes, very nice, because it kind of connects, the parent and that child, especially if they're single parents. Professionally, she teaches at the university, at Widener University. And she was a mediator at family court. I was a mediator at family court. So I know how challenging that can be. When you're discussing people's pocketbook, their money, and children, it can be very volatile and stressful. So she has her own business of doing mediation. So she does quite a bit for the community, and she's a personal friend of mine.
Now, what was your favorite part about campaigning with your close friend? Is it winning the race?
I think it's winning the race, but I'm always being celebratory for her. And I think that's the best part, because she's focused on the race, on the politics. And I'm like, yay, and I'm just celebrating already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the wonderful thing about it.
Real friends support friends.
Yes.
Real friends support friends. Honestly, true.
Yes. Thank you.
You're very much welcome. So AJAVON, knowing that she is a Liberian, and what could you say she's done as far as the Liberian community? What has the campaign done for the Liberian community?
Well, I don't know the details, but I do know that Asha works with a couple of different African groups. And forgive me, I don't remember the names, because I went with her Labor Day on a boat where it was the African women, I forget the name, where they do projects and they work between the U.S. and their particular countries. And on the boat, Aja was the spokesperson and the MC. And these women, they each talked about what they were doing between here and their country. Some women, in some parts of Africa, they were working on books, getting books to children. Some people were talking about getting sneakers, and shoes to children. So that's one of the projects that I know that she's working on. Please forgive me, I do not know the names of some of these organizations, but I do know she's very active in Liberia, yes.
So I had a pleasure of interviewing Miss AJAVON, I would say last week, and she kind of inspired me in a way by her story. So I would like to ask you, how has your friend inspired you to be the best you can be?
Oh my gosh. She inspires me in a couple of different ways. Professionally, to be professional no matter what environment you're in. Because as a politician, she's professional. Because I have even said to her, I don't have the stomach for politics, and she does. Because she thinks diplomatically. Not everyone has that skill or that ability to think diplomatically, even when it's a rough situation. Her opponent, has no ethics, I think. And she's just said so many things that's not true. Now, me personally, I would want to fight back. But Asha was like, you know what? They go low, you go high. And that's what she says to me as her friend. So she's right. So that's my inspiration with her.
Hopefully, Miss AJAVON can influence and inspire everyone to take the high road versus taking the lower road, even though that it's easy to travel on, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, me being here so far, Miss AJAVON has inspired me, just being a young black woman growing up, you know, in this community and society right now, just what she's doing. It just makes me feel more like, ooh, we have someone that's doing it, so that's making a path for someone else to do it, you know? So it is an honor to be here, you know, to celebrate her success regardless of the end result.
I absolutely agree. It's an honor. And we should honor her regardless, celebrate her. You know, I think we need to celebrate her no matter what. You know, she has a wonderful spirit about her. She's very motivational, inspirational. So I think we need to celebrate her regardless, period. And I'm not saying this because I am her friend. I'm saying this like you, as a black woman as well. And I'm older than Aja. And I'm older than her, so you would think that I'm the one that's teaching her. But I'm learning from her.
So we're going to go on a quick break. So make sure you're sharing this. Make sure you're reposting, commenting. Show us some love on here at LRTN.
Every day I pray for love to come my way, and I got you today, and it's like my whole life is great. Girl, I never thought I'd fall like this. I always thought I'd be a playboy. I never thought I'd treat a girl real. Yeah, yeah. I never thought you'd steal my heart. I never thought you'd play the part. I never thought you'd be my wife.
And we're back, and welcome back to LRTN with your host, Magaris Jackson.
And your co-host, Fisha Shide.
And we're here at Fusion Spice at the election viewing party for Miss AJAVON. We are here right now with her eldest daughter, the lovely Bria Dipina. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on the station.
So how does it feel to have your mother running for this campaign?
Honestly, it's very inspirational. She's a single mother, and she raised me and my two brothers all by herself, and she's doing a great job. I don't know, it just kind of makes me want to do more myself because she's doing such a great job.
So having a boss as a mother must be some big stilettos to fill. So can you tell me, like, what do you do for a career or in your occupation?
Yeah, so I'm a sales manager. I sell homes in the DC metro area.
Okay.
So yeah.
So how has your mother contributed to your success?
She's actually my biggest fan. She's my champion. She's the person I cry to, I laugh to, I just rant to. So she's just my soundboard, my support, all in all.
Would you one day see yourself getting into politics like your mother?
I think she has more courage than me. I would like to say maybe in the future, but I think for now, maybe not. I think I'd rather cheer her on the sidelines than jump into the race.
All right.
Now, what do you admire most about your mother?
I would say,
A specific character trait.
okay. Well, I would definitely say the way she makes people feel. Just for example, today, just talking to a lot of people just out on the scene at the polling places, everyone said nothing but nice things about her. And I think it's one thing for people to say, oh, I know her, but it's another thing for people to say, oh, I know her because of how she makes me feel. And she, from what I know, she makes everyone feel amazing. Every single person that she comes into contact with, so.
All right, so we're gonna go on a quick break and then we'll come back. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you are liking. Make sure you're sharing. Once again, this is LRTN. And we're back with LRTN with Jason McCall, one of AJAVON's very close friends. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. Blessed to be here. It's a great opportunity, a great time. Just waiting for these polling results to come in, and we know that it's going to be a victory. Nonetheless, whatever way the outcome is, still a victory. But we know that she's going to pull it out, and I believe she's going to pull it out and bring it home.
So how are the polls looking to you right now? Have you got any updates on how the polls are looking like?
To me right now, the polling results are coming in slow. So I know from watching elections for a long time, my mom is the election judge back in Baltimore. I know that slow and steady wins the race. So what you see right now is not how it ends up. As we also saw in 2016's presidential election, that you can't trust early polling results. So I'm one of those people who can just sit and wait and expect the best and know it will come out in the outcome that we need.
So it's safe to say that you're not new to politics or the election process itself, correct?
Not at all. Not at all. I guess you would call me a lifer, if you would.
So with knowing AJAVON, what makes you think, or what makes you know that she is qualified for this position?
In politics today, and overall over time of politics and throughout history, there aren't a lot of genuine and authentic people in politics in it for the right reasons. She's authentic, she's very genuine, she's very caring, and she's very an optimistic person, and she cares about her people. And not just outside this election, but just as her personality overall, she just does what needs to be done. She helps anyone who's in need, and right now, in this climate we are in, that's what we need in America right now, period, let alone Delaware.
I definitely do believe in that.
So now, is there anything that once I'm going to speak it into existence once she does win, is there anything that you would like to see from Ms. AJAVON?
I would just like to see her put her imprint on this role that she'll be elected to, and just to remain to be herself, just on a grander scale.
All right, so that's going to be it for this segment with Mr. So thank you. This is Lrtn.
And we'll be right back. Lrtn Live with your host McGarris Jackson
and your co-host Fuchsia Shade.
So we just came back to tell you that we will shortly be interviewing the one and the only Miss AJAVON, but that will be after
this
all
little
the
break.
Votes get in and after our little commercial break. But please stay tuned because we have an interview with the lovely AJAVON, like I said earlier, and also Mr. Monty Tito, the owner of the Fusion Spice Bar and Grill here in Wilmington, Delaware.
So stay tuned. Make sure you're liking, make sure
Following.
you're subscribing, make sure you're following at Lrtn.
Because we are here, we are there, and we are